Before you call them friend, gotta prove them first. Is there really loyalty when you're at your worst? We need to hit her all like the wire. You're looking for some truth, I'll supply it. If you want it too soft, this ain't them. You gon' choose a law over sin. They just some uncut gems. They just some uncut gems.
We was diamonds in the dirt, just grinding in the turf. Our mama go berserk, trying to keep from riding in the hearse. Now we lions in the work, sons of Zion, we the church. Different color fringes is looking vibrant on my shirt. Until I'm lying in the dirt. I pray to be a fire hydrant with this word, like a geyser on a curb.
Yeah. First and foremost, I'm going to say, call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushai. So I praise to the Most High God, in the name of His only begotten Son, who will ignorantly call Jesus Christ, man. Right? Sis, you got a question? I saw you came up. You got a question?
Oh, no. I just
came to listen?
Yeah, I did.
All praises, right? I need you to do me a favor. Look at this, right? I want you to just read that definition for me. Because, like, I've been in the truth for 7 years, right? I hate to keep bringing it up, but the stuff I'm trying to see 7 years in the truth is wild as hell, right? So now we got Christians are going out of their way to try to prove Christmas isn't pagan, which is funny. Like, bro, if you're going to celebrate it. I remember when I first came to the truth, they knew it was pagan, they just did it anyway. But now they're saying Christmas isn't pagan. This is one of the wildest statements I've ever seen, right? Go ahead and read the definition of pagan. This is from etymology.com. Go ahead.
Person of non-Christian or non-Jewish faith.
Yeah.
The English word was used later in a narrower sense of one not a Christian, Jew or Muslim, as person of heathenish character or habits.
Character or what?
Habits.
Character or habits. It's basically pagan ideologies and things that are pagan come from the heathen, whether it be works, whether it be celebrations of things, whether it be culture, all that stuff that's outside of Israel, or basically, you know, it's a Christian faith. The first Christians were Jews, right? So anything out of Hebrew Israelite, right, culture or mannerisms, it's pagan, right? So what is Christmas? Christmas is the celebration of Christ's birthday, right? That's what they call it, the celebration of Christ's birthday. And Hebrew Israelite culture, or just say Israelite culture, we never celebrated birthdays like that. That wasn't our custom ever. And the only time you ever see a birthday celebrated, either something bad's happening, or it's a heathen doing it, or both, right? So let's go ahead and watch this. What's up? Come on. Watch this. Let me show you something before we even get there. Look at this. Let me show you something. Open. Read this for me. All right.
The Satanic Bible and birthdays, the idolatry of self-esteem, the highest of Satan's holy days or holidays.
Let's not read the paragraph. Watch this.
There is an affinity of such commemoration among the wicked as recorded in the Satanic Bible. The Enlightenment of the Avon Books, 1969, regarding birthdays. The highest of all holidays in the Satanic religion.
It's the what?
Satanic religion.
It's the highest of all holidays in the Satanic religion. One's veneration of oneself. That's birthdays, right? That's the matter of fact. You don't see it in the Bible. You don't see Israelites practicing it, but you see heathens doing it. And in the 20th centuries, you see from Satanism, birthdays are their highest holy day. All right, watch this. Go ahead. No, keep going.
The Satanic religion is the date of one's own birthday. This is in direct contradiction to the Holy of Holy Days of other religions.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Which deify a particular God who has been created in an anthropomorphic form of their own image, thereby showing that the ego is not really buried. The Satanist feels, why not really be honest? And if you are going to create a God in your image, why not create that God as yourself? Every man is a god if he chooses to recognize himself as one. So the Satanists celebrate his own birthday as the most important holiday of the year.
It's the most what?
Important holiday of the year.
Satanists believe birthdays are the most important day of the year. You make yourself your own God, right? If the ideology of that is make yourself your own God, why would Christians, why would Christ, right? Why would Christ want a holiday set up around his birth? Why would he want that? When in the future it's going to be used as a form of Satanism. And not only that, even at that time, people was using it to celebrate freaking Egypt as pagan deities. People will celebrate Pharaoh as a commemoration of him being a god by celebrating his birthday, right? So why would Christ want something like that? That doesn't make any sense. Then, let me get another one. All right, yo, check this out. Read this. Yeah.
Recording birthdays became important mostly for the purpose of astrology.
Yeah.
In Egypt and Babylon, only the royalty and other important personages celebrated birthdays, usually with feasts for their entire household.
Now check this out. One of the two earliest places they see it is Egypt and Babylon, right? Like how I said before about how Pharaoh used to celebrate his birthday in commemoration of him being a deity or a god. And you also see it in Babylon. Two places that aren't Israelites, two places that also oppressed the Israelites. So to say it's not pagan is ridiculous. The rudiments of it come from other nations deifying their king or ruler. That's where it comes from. Go ahead.
Among the ancient Greeks.
Oh, so now the white man, who, they don't have any culture whatsoever, so now they're going to grasp onto what other nations around them. Read that.
The big celebrations were for the birthdays of the gods.
Of what?
Of the gods.
So they celebrate the birthdays of gods. You see that? You see how wild that is? That's what birthdays originate in. Things like that. So for some reason now, if we see that going through the annals of time, now we're going to get to Christ's birthday and then celebrate it like it's something that was actually commanded. That wasn't even commanded. And honestly, right? You know how stupid you got to believe. You know how stupid you have to be to say it's not pagan. Why do we never see it happening in the Bible? How come after Christ was born, you never see that cycled? You telling me years didn't pass? Then why didn't we see that? Why didn't we see no nativity scenes? Why we didn't see none of that? You can't answer that biblically at all. Why did the apostles not keep it? Why did the apostles in Acts not keep it? Why didn't we see Peter commemorate it? Why didn't we see John the Revelator commemorate it? Why does nobody talk about it? That makes no sense. And then you have the nerve to say, matter of fact, hold on, let me show you something else. Is there more? Yeah, keep going. There's more on this. I'll get that after this. Yeah. Look.
Only important family heads, men only, celebrated personal birthdays. The Greeks started the tradition of lighting candles on cake.
Of doing what?
Lighting candles on cake.
So how the hell is it not pagan? The whole process, having lights on a cake. Having lights on a cake come from the Greekish people. The Greek people. They got transferred all the way into the Roman people. That transferred all the way to the Americanized people. Just for in 2023 for you to say it's not pagan. Then what is it? God don't call it nothing. I don't see in the Bible nobody commemorating it. Where the hell are you getting it from? I know, pagan ideology, the Catholic Church, right? Keep going. Is there more on that? The Dark Ages? That's pretty much it on that. So I want to get one more. Before we start going to some Bible verses real fast. Okay, yeah, go ahead. It's from the livescience.com. Go ahead.
Researchers have speculated that the Roman Catholic Church chose December 25th because it ties in with the winter solstice.
The what?
The winter solstice.
The Catholic Church, where all y'all's different denominations of the Christian church derive from. The Catholic Church. They chose December the 25th to be Christ's birthday, to it be in commemoration of the winter solstice and what?
And Saturnalia.
And what?
And Saturnalia.
Oh, wait a minute. A Greek and Roman feast day where people committed fornication. There was orgies and various things happened on that day, bro. A lot of wicked things. What's going on here? What's up? What's up? What's up with you? Nah, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it. If we see it, we'll let you know, right? But like I was saying about the winter solstice and Saturnalia, those are practices of the heathen, especially the Greeks. Something that's always been, matter of fact, something that's always been a plague to us. Every time we follow the white man, the East Indian man, or whatever heathen or pagan, i.e., right, or a pagan, it's always been to our destruction. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 47. We like to follow any other god. Can you stay where you at, right? Make sure the screen don't lock either, right? We like to follow each and every other god. You see in Jeremiah chapter 2, I believe it's verse 11, how the nations changed their gods, which are no gods, but my people have changed their glory into that which is not. That's what Israel does. The heathen are falling off of their gods. But here we go with the Israelites in 2023, aka the Black, Spanish, and Native Americans. Now we're trying to say Christmas is a high holiday of the Lord. We're trying to say it's not pagan. We're going to say the Lord wants us to do that. Y'all want to say we're evil for condemning it? They like to come up. I've seen like 20 different breakdowns of Jeremiah chapter 10, right? Because they say we always go there. Look, y'all can have it. I don't think you're right about it. You can have it. But the ideology of celebrating somebody's birth or celebrating Christ's birth, especially on a date that you can't even prove. Researchers don't even know when Christ was born. People speculate in the spring. Some people speculate in different parts of time. Y'all don't even know, but y'all have a specific date and a specific time. That sounds like something ritualistic. And what is that ritual? The winter solstice and Saturnalia. Hold up, that piece of the
a festival dedicated to the Roman deity Saturn.
The what?
The Roman deity Saturn.
The Roman deity Saturn. You see that? That's where Saturnalia is, the Roman deity Saturn, which just so happens to be in the same location, right, as the Roman Catholic Church. And where do you get the word Catholic from? It goes back to universal. What did the Catholics do? Annex every type of belief system, whatever feast day, whatever culture you wanted to. That's how they got everybody to come to this religion. Oh, you can keep all that. We don't have to keep. There's no code. There's no law, statutes, and commandments. That's where you get antinomianism from. That's where you start seeing the beginning of antinomianism or lawlessness. When people come out with doctrine saying, "Oh, Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8, you're going to be saved by grace and not of works," and twisting that to make it seem like you don't have to do anything. Get that real fast. Get Ephesians 2, verse 8. Like, this isn't something that's new with Christianity. This is something that's always been. Y'all don't understand the Bible, and y'all try to teach it to Israelites, and now we're parakeeting the same bullshit y'all been pushing for freaking thousands of years. Read this.
That's the book of Ephesians chapter 2, verse 8.
Yeah.
For by grace are ye saved through faith,
Yeah.
and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God,
Yeah.
not of the works, lest any man should boast. For we are his workmanship.
Hold on, before you read that, it says, not of works, lest any man should boast. They say, see, you Hebrew Israelites are boasting. I said, okay, then, if we understand it like the way you understand it, then, like laws don't matter, works don't matter, how are people going to hell then? What do you do to go to hell? Belief is a work. You see that in 2 Thessalonians. Believing in God is a work. When you go back into the word work, I went into it in class on Wednesday. It's karpos or karpas, which means an act or a deed. Believing in something is an act and a deed. So to understand like how y'all understand it don't make no damn sense whatsoever, bro. None. Keep going. And matter of fact, the next verse proves why it doesn't make any sense.
Verse 10. For we are his workmanship.
Christ's workmanship, go ahead.
Created in Christ Jesus,
Yeah.
unto good works.
Unto what?
Unto good works.
What are those works? If we're created unto good works, what are these works? If y'all say works don't matter, what are these works that it's talking about? And you know what's funny? If you stop right there, they're going to start winging it. And you know what's going to get bad? Watch this. Read the next part.
Which God hath before ordained that we should walk in them.
So what is that? The works that we before ordained that we to walk in. The only thing you can say is the Torah. The Torah. Show me something. Like if y'all want to talk about the belief system of faith saving you didn't exist before Matthew all the way to Revelation, show me that then. What are those works that we're supposed to be created in Christ Jesus in? We were foreordained to walk in. Oh, wait a minute, I know. The laws that we didn't keep.
That's right.
Duh, nigga, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, And the thing is, that didn't start with the Christian church in the 20th century. That started back when the Catholic Church was doing what they was doing by annexing everybody. And Saturnalia was a feast day that they annexed into their culture. And then they got, over the process of time, it became from Saturnalia to Christmas. That's what happened. And the only way something like that works is that the laws have to be done away with. Because in Israelite culture, you are not to celebrate people's birthdays. You saw what happened with Job, which we're going to get a little bit later. Go ahead.
The church could also co-opt this popular pagan festival.
It was a popular pagan festival. Why? So they can get more members, so they can get more money, so they can get more power and influence. And doing all this made the Catholic Church have so much power and influence. That's how they had the ability to send out the goddamn conquistadors to come slave the northern tribes. That's how they were able to do that. For y'all in 2023 to start lying and say Christmas and pagan. Wild. Go ahead.
As well as the winter celebration of other pagan religions.
Yeah.
By choosing this day to celebrate Jesus' birthday.
Yeah.
According to the scholar Ignacio L. Gotz, in his book Jesus the Jew, Reality, Politics, and Myth: A Personal Encounter.
And Myth: A Personal Encounter, showing you a book and giving you a source of where this information is coming from. Hold on, let me. Oh well, it's irrelevant, right? Later in this, it says even scholars don't even have an idea of what time as far as month and day Christ was born. So y'all specifically just picked the 25th of December to commemorate Saturnalia, the winter solstice. That's what it's always been. Stop trying to make it be something different. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I'm saying that for our people before Christmas, because we got days before that. Our people have to come out of that ideology. Give me Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. That the rudiments of that is of the world. We've already established that with the sources that we pulled so far, right? Come on, say that. Go ahead.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8.
Bring it out.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
Yeah, philosophy and vain deceit. And we see that with the Christian church now. I've never seen such an effort to get people to celebrate Christmas. I've never done that. I'm like, this is wild to me. Right, but don't let nobody beguile you, right? Read that again.
Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
Vain deceit, deception was worthless. Go ahead.
After the tradition of men.
After the traditions of men. Christmas is a tradition of men. Y'all made that up. But now when I come against the Hebrew Israelites saying we can't celebrate Christmas, that's wild. When I have 40 different breakdowns for the Jeremiah chapter 10, that's wild. Y'all don't even deal with the Old Testament. Now y'all niggas got a breakdown of the Old Testament? Since when? I thought the Old Testament was done away with. What does it matter now then? It's wild. Go ahead.
And after the rudiments of the world.
Yeah.
And not after Christ.
After the rudiments of the world and not after Christ. Not after Christ. Y'all, Christmas has never been about Christ. And it's absolutely crazy that y'all don't even come to the conclusion. It's like you being willfully ignorant. And you only see that with Christianity. And the only reason a lot of Israelites and a lot of Christians don't want to let Christmas go, right? Why they don't want to let Christmas go is because they just can't submit themselves to the Father.
That's right.
You just can't do it. Ultimately, you can't do that. And that's been what's plaguing us since we've been in this place, bro. Read this. Read that for me.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until ye have been destroyed, until he have destroyed thee. The Lord shall bring a nation.
Well, that's pretty much it on that. Like, since you didn't want to serve the Lord in joyfulness and gladness, since you didn't want to stop putting a Christmas tree in your house, you didn't want to stop putting presents under that house, since you didn't want to stop literally serving another God, right? So you didn't want to stop literally serving another God, and that's why we're in captivity to this day. To this day. And it's wild, bro. If you really had a problem with, like, oh, I want to just do it for the kids, right? Why don't you do Hanukkah for the kids? Where is this energy for God's high holy days? Why y'all don't celebrate those? Why we don't do that? Why can't our people celebrate something that's actually of God? Everybody wants to walk up and down the street, look like King Von, right? Play freaking NBA YoungBoys music all day. You know, niggas want to sit here and do things like that, right? And then when I talk about shooting niggas every single day, right? Why don't we put that energy towards serving God? Why don't we put that energy, especially if you want to celebrate high holy days, why not put that energy towards God's high holy days? What about Passover? Niggas want to talk about getting it back in blood. That's the most getting it back in blood this holiday that could ever exist. We celebrate every freaking year us destroying the Egyptians. Really, rather the Lord destroying the Egyptians on our behalf. Him ransoming us. What about Hanukkah? Right? Hanukkah is, you can do the same things with Christmas except the tree. You can give. You want to say you want to do it for the kids? You can do that for 8 days, man. But nobody want to do that. Everybody want to commemorate whatever their last day, whatever day Esau give them off. Esau give you off for the 25th. Hell, I'm gonna celebrate Esau's holidays. Esau give me off for Easter. Hell, I'm gonna celebrate Easter. Bible comes out. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm gonna walk up and down the street just being a nigga. That's what people do. That's why bring that back out of Colossians. It just feels too good. Right? Yeah, give me that Colossians. Give me Genesis 40 and 20.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
After the rudiments of the world and not after Christ. People love to be deceived, man. People love that. Give me Jeremiah chapter 5. I think it's verse 31, whatever the last verse is. Right? They love being deceived. It feels good. And the pastors, right, love to do it. They love to hear all these lies. They love to listen to lies. They don't want to be faced with any type of. They don't want the spotlight on them. They don't want to put the mirror in front of them. They don't want to have to check themselves because it feels too good. It feels too good. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5, verse 31. The prophets prophesy falsely.
Yeah, the prophets prophesy falsely, right? Even in these churches, they will have Christmas services, Easter services, and they love those because that's when they make the most money. You know, hey, people ain't been to church all year, but gonna show up on Christmas and Easter, and Mother's Day too, and of course it's Mother's Day. Go ahead.
And the priests bear rule by their means.
Yeah.
And my people love to have it so.
They what?
And my people love to have it so.
They love it. Christmas, the happiest time of the year, man. The most happiest time of the year. I can't go to no damn store without hearing jingle bells, bro. And got my kids walking up, they're singing damn jingle bells. I can't stand this place, bro. The lights. Josiah ever looking at the lights like oh my gosh, man, don't bring that up. For the love of God. Go ahead.
And what will ye do in the end thereof?
What are y'all going to do at the end? When it comes down time to judgment day, what are y'all going to do? Y'all love lies. You know it's a lie. You've made lies your refuge. Give me that when it made a covenant of death. I think it's Isaiah 28. You made a covenant with death, and under lies you made them your refuge. What are you going to do at the end? What are you going to do when Christ cracks the sky? What are you going to do when a nuke's sent over here? What are you going to do then? You might as well freaking turn around and kiss your ass goodbye because you're done. And you know it. What's up? Yeah.
This is the book of Isaiah 28 and 18. And your covenant with death shall be disannulled. And your...
No, that's not it. That's the right chapter, but that's not the right verse. It's good. That one.
This is the book of Isaiah 28 and 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement?
And death and hell are we in agreement? That's that yellow spirit. Well, I mean, hey, we're gonna die sometime. I might as well get my gift given now. I might as well smoke this shit now. I might as well get this money right now. People made a covenant with death. How about you make a covenant with? Why don't you make an agreement with life? How about that? Right? Why don't we choose? Give me that in Deuteronomy 30. Why don't we choose life? Why do we have to celebrate what the world is celebrating? What about if you're a Christian, what is overcoming the world? What is that? These are things that don't exist. Give me that 30 in verse 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, verse 15. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil. And that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments and his statutes and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply, and the Lord thy God shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it. But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other gods and serve them.
Worship other gods and serve them, i.e. Christmas, Saturnalia, and all the other regular winter solstice feast days. Go ahead.
I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish.
You shall what?
That ye shall surely perish.
And that's why grandmama been dying. That's why your aunt been dying. That's why your uncle's been dying. That's why your father's been dying. That's why your mother's been dying. That's why your sons will die. That's why your daughters will die. Because y'all don't want to stop serving these other gods. How often, bro? At this point, everybody knows Christmas is pagan. Y'all know it's of another God. Y'all already know. Y'all just do it anyway. Talking about it's for the kids. Man, damn the kids, bro. Y'all read a Bible verse that says you gotta seek out your own salvation in fear and trembling, but will compromise it because of your kids. That's not seeking out your own salvation. That's seeking you being saved from your children complaining that they can't do what the world is doing. That's what that is. Go ahead. Start from top.
This is the book of Isaiah 28 and 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death and with hell. Are we at agreement? When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge.
Did the what?
We have made lies our refuge.
Our people's been made lies our refuge. A refuge is like a fortress. Y'all made lies a fortress, like you hide behind the walls of lies. And we've seen that with niggas all our life, really. Just you know it's a lie, but it feels too good, man. What you got? Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 2 from the top. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart.
It's short and tedious, and there's no remedy. This is neither as man have returned from the. Oh, like just like YOLO. It's like YOLO. Yeah, YOLO. I get it. Yeah, that YOLO spirit. Hey, ain't nobody come back from the dead. Ain't nobody. That's really why they don't believe in Christ either. But go ahead. Oh, that's it on that. Yeah, that's it on that. Right. Let's go into something real fast. You give me that Genesis 40 and 20.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 40 and
Can you pull that in another translation? Put that in the NLT, so it says it plainly. Go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 40, verse 20 in the NLT. Pharaoh's birthday came 3 days later, and he prepared a banquet for all his officials and staff. He summoned his chief cupbearer and chief baker to join the other officials.
So this is where we first see birthdays in the Bible, right? Now, when you look in history, look at antiquity, right? Pharaohs used to do this, and the people of Egypt used to do this as a veneration of them as being a god, deifying them. Anybody can Google this right now. It literally says that. They use these birthdays, right, as a day of venerating them or deifying these people literally as a god. That's where you first see that in the Bible. Give me Leviticus, there where you at. Give me Leviticus chapter 18 from the top. Watch this. Yeah, y'all want to show it. People want to say, oh, birthday, there ain't no law against birthdays. All right, let's see.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 18 from the top. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
After the what?
After the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
Watch this. Go ahead.
And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do. neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
Neither shall you walk in their ordinances. That's going into things they ordinate, or like their cultures, or what the things that they do just in general. Birthdays is that. The first time we even come in contact with it is Genesis 40. But you even look in antiquity, like we read earlier, the two places where you first see it originating it is Egypt and Babylon, where they use it as a ritual to deify their leader. So why would now Christ want us to do that? That's ridiculous. It also says he's not the minister of sin. We see in Leviticus chapter 18 doing things after the doings of Egypt and Canaan. That's unlawful. So yes, it's a sin. Give me First Maccabees. Give me Second Maccabees 6:6. You give me Job 1 from the top, but I don't need NIV. My bad. But Christmas ain't pagan. I ain't never like y'all just like Christians death is about like a kiddie pool, bro. And that's it. Like a puddle. 6:6.
This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
So there was a decree brought out that we couldn't call ourselves Jews, celebrate any of our culture, do anything of our mannerisms. We had to convert ourselves to the Gentiles at this time. The Gentiles at this time are the Grecians. Go ahead.
And in the day of the king's birth.
Right, hold on real fast. The Grecians, who also in antiquity started the putting candles on cakes of the birthdays, right? Watch this.
And in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. And when the fast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go into procession to Bacchus carrying ivy.
That's where you get Mardi Gras. But the thing is this: we had to get compelled to do that. They had to make us celebrate their birthdays. That wasn't our culture. That wasn't something we did. Hell, you don't even see Israelites doing that at all. But you see right here, we're getting forced to celebrate a birthday. That's an example, right? Keep going.
Moreover, there went out a decree to the neighbor cities of the heathen, by the suggestion of Ptolemy, against the Jews, that they should observe the same fashions, and be partakers of their sacrifices.
Now watch this. Go ahead.
And whoso would not conform themselves to the manners of the Gentiles.
That's the manners of the Gentiles. Birthdays are the manners of the Gentiles. Those evil sacrifices they did are the manners of the Gentiles. The way they had to carry themselves and call themselves Grecians is the manner of the Gentiles. Go ahead.
Should be put to death.
Should be what?
Should be put to death.
So of course birthdays are going to slide in behind that. That's white supremacy. They had white supremacy back then. They did it with Rome. They do it in America right now. That's why our people celebrate Christmas. That's why they celebrate birthdays. That's never been our culture, sister. And sister, you believe in God? Let me have a conversation with you real quick. You say what? Okay. Okay, we'll see. We'll see, right? We'll see. But like I was saying before, that's a manner that's pagan. It's pagan. How is it not pagan? It's obviously pagan, right? So give me this to Job.
This is the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 1 in the NIV. In the land of Uz, there lived a man whose name was Job. This man was blameless and upright. He feared God and shunned evil.
Yeah, he feared God and shunned evil. Keep that in your mind because that's going to come up later. Go ahead.
He had 7 sons and 3 daughters, and he owned 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 donkeys, and had a large number of servants. He was the greatest man among all the people of the East. His son used to hold feasts in their homes on their birthday.
On their what?
On their birthday.
Okay, that's important. Go ahead.
And they would invite their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them when a period of feasting had run its course.
Yeah.
Job would make arrangements for them to be purified early in the morning.
Arrange for them to be purified early in the morning. Why?
He would sacrifice a burnt offering for each of them, thinking, perhaps my children have sinned.
They've done what?
Perhaps my children have sinned.
So if birthdays was our culture, if that was our culture, why would he have to do that? Why would he even think to do that? Because that's never been our culture. That's something that the Babylonians do. That's something the Egyptians do. And the Greeks. And you know what all three of those have in common? They the first damn. Wait, hold on. I was about to lie right there. One of them was the first captivity we went into, and then the other ones is two of the beasts in Daniel chapter 7. What's the first beast? Babylon. What's the third one? Greece. You see that? And then Rome did the same thing because they got annexed. Rome annexed themselves with the Grecians. So that's three of the beasts. That's three out of the four beasts. You see that? That's tough. That's tough. So obviously it's pagan. Y'all don't know the Bible. And it's been a problem for a very, very, very long time.